viewers, and it's centered not just on a morphed photograph, but on a much deeper question about gender and stereotype. Congress leader Prakash Mama Pagare recently posted a digitally morphed image of the Prime Minister wearing a red sari. This post quickly went viral and triggered a strong reaction. In retaliation, local BJP workers then confronted Pagare in a public area, forcibly wrapping him in a sari, filming this encounter and warning him not to repeat such behavior in the future. But beyond politics, this incident has exposed something more troubling, which is the mindset. The real question that emerges in all of this is, why is wearing a sari being treated as an insult in the first place? When the Congress leader posted a morphed image of the Prime Minister in a sari, what was the intent? Was it to mock him by feminizing his image? And if so, does that mean that the Congress worker views femininity as something lesser, something laughable, something that should be treated as an insult? And then when BJP workers retaliated by wrapping the same leader in a sari, were they not confirming that same belief, that a sari can somehow be used as a form of insult? Are both these parties inadvertently agreeing that to be draped in a sari is to be humiliated? Let me go across to Rucha and Arunil, my colleagues who've been tracking this entire controversy. Arunil, to you first. This is, as bizarre as it gets, Arunil. This is rather appalling, these kind of gender stereotypes that are being reinforced by our political parties. Wearing a sari, when did this become an act of insult, an act of humiliation? Do their mothers and sisters not wear saris at home?
Well, certainly, yes. Very aptly put forth by you, Shreya, over here. The incident basically transpired in Ulhasnagar, in the outskirts of Mumbai, in the Thane district. You can see this is the Congress leader, Prakash Mama. He's 73 years old. He first put up a morphed image of PM Modi wearing a sari. Now, why it basically irked the Congress, the BJP Netas over here, beg your pardon, and the way they are also behaving is extremely objectionable. The man in person, he is a senior citizen, Congress leader. He may have done wrong according to them by putting a picture of PM Modi wearing a sari, but he's also forcibly held. His hands have been in a way tied by these BJP workers, and they're forcing him to wear a sari now. Now, why wearing a sari becomes objectionable? That is a big question that comes to the fore. Several women in their own families will be wearing a sari. It symbolizes women empowerment as well. Why the BJP Netas objected to it, and who gave them this right to forcibly hold a senior citizen Congress Neta and make him wear a sari like this forcibly in the middle of the road? Why no action has been initiated against these Netas? That is also a big point of question that clearly arises.
All right, I'm going to come back to both of you. Let me quickly get in a reaction from the very leader in this, in the middle of this entire controversy. That's Congress leader Prakash Pagare. Now, he's hit back at the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's claimed that he was cornered by 10 to 12 BJP workers who questioned him over the morphed photograph of Prime Minister Modi. He alleges that he was publicly humiliated and forced to wear a sari. Prakash Pagare also said that they asked how he dared to insult the Prime Minister. Listen in.
ऐसा 10-12 लोग नीचे उतर गए और मेरे को पकड़ा, तुम्हारी औकात है क्या मोदी के खिलाफ पोस्ट डालने की? मैं बोला क्या हो गया, मैंने तो खाली फॉरवर्ड किया है, लेकिन तुम्हारी औकात है, तुम्हारी बाहर समाज की औकात है मोदी के खिलाफ बात करने की? तो तुम इससे आगे नाटक करने का नहीं ना, तो एट्रोसिटी एक्ट इनके ऊपर हम लगाने वाले, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं, मेरे पूरे समाज को इन्होंने गाली दिया.
All right, my colleague Rucha is also with us on the broadcast. Rucha, we've been talking about how wearing a sari has been treated by both Congress and the BJP as something that is, that symbolizes humiliation and insult. Prakash Pagare, of course, feeling very offended that he was forced to wear a sari. But you and I, as women, can understand that this kind of stereotyping is more of an insult for women instead of somebody wearing a sari forcibly.
Well, of course, this is taken as an insult of wearing a sari, where Congress party leaders are only the ones who are now blaming it on the Bharatiya Janata Party that they have insulted Ma Durga since it is Navratri festival going on, and they have disrespected women by making a man wear a sari. This incident, it's important to note that both the incidents are disrespectful. One is definitely disrespectful for the Prime Minister of India, where a video which according to Prakash Pagare, who had reposted the video on Facebook, he said that the video was already viral. He only reposted, and for that, he had to face the consequences. According to the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are saying that they could not take this insult, and they had to give answer to this entire incident, which is why they called Prakash Pagare out of the hospital where he was getting the treatment done, and he was forced to wear the sari. Now, Pagare is also saying that it is equally humiliating, and he has already filed a legal complaint against the Bharatiya Janata Party workers. It is also important to note that why is wearing a sari is been looked at as a humiliation, and how the both acts are disrespectful for both Prime Minister and for the women also.
That's right. Rucha and Arnil, thanks very much for joining us at the moment. Of course, for our viewers, we'll keep getting them more and more reactions that come in on this particular controversy. Moving on, viewers.